scene in the toy store, it takes Ellen a long time to make her choice. Did you experiment with different pacing for that scene, or did you know that you wanted to let it play out like that?
Well, actually that scene is much longer. It's as long as the amount of film footage. So, and basically working with Shelina was amazing because she is who she is, So I gave her a direction or instruction, and I asked her to observe all the toys on the shelves, and then make your choice, But I didn't tell her how long she has, or what's the time span. So she did it according to, her age at the time, and according to my instructions. So she did it perfectly.
It's a wonderful scene.
More of just a comment. Great job. Maybe for part 2, could we have a movie based around the character of the lawyer who lived with his mother?
Yes, that's John's question. Okay, no, we could do it if John says yes.
Sure, why not?
Yes, sir.
I liked how you used White Snake in the jukebox theme. I was just wondering, the reason you chose that song and how you guys did that scene.
Paul's shaking his head. Paul, go ahead.
We couldn't get we knew we had to have the rights to the song, and we couldn't get, it took us a long time, well into the shoot, and I think we shot that scene on the last day and secured the song a few days before. It was a long process. It's a great song. I'm glad we got that. But we tried a lot of songs cost a lot. It costs a lot of money. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's sick how much some of these things cost. No, they weren't cheap, but they were. I guess they were nice and.
Yeah, they were nice.
And I think it worked out. It paid off. But it was I was really. It was torturesome not to know what the song was going to be because I had to dance to it, and I really wanted to be able to rehearse and try and learn how to dance, and then I had no song.
Yeah, Paul choreographed that dance all by himself.
I think so.
Yes, you?
Paul, are you a musician, and who did you look to inspire your role as a musician?
That was one of the hardest things about tapping into the character was the type of music that he responded to. And there's certain things in the lineage of the music he likes that I do like AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and stuff. But the modern equivalent of that, was not a world that I was familiar with, and I really didn't understand it until I was in Los Angeles at one point, and I put on Buck Cherry while driving around on the Sunset Strip, and I thought, oh, there is a place for this kind of music, which I did not get until then. Yeah, I like music a lot, and I noodle around, and I think those scenes in the motel room, I think there were more scenes of playing guitar, but those were sort of just, on the script, they're like one line, so it really wasn't, the music thing turned into something nice while we were on the set in the motel room, but there wasn't a lot of it in the script or anything.
Yes, over there?
How did you think about the ending? What made you decide to end the film in the way that you did?
Well, the last shot is an homage to 5 Easy Pieces. So for me, leading up to shooting the film, I watched a lot of 70s film. And our color palette that Reed and I talked about is a lot from that kind of era. I mean, that era, so.
It was in the script.
Yes. Yeah, it was in the script. No, I just.
No, but I think it's also
I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so yes, the final scene when he leaves was, I think, one of the first scenes that came to me when I was writing the script. So it had this kind of definitive ending, and yeah, and I don't want to go into what it means. Actually, I like to just leave it up for you to decipher what it can be. So.
Time for 2 more questions. Yes, the young lady on the far side.
This is a question for Paul. A lot of the characters you've played previously haven't had sort of as hard of an edge as the one here does. Was that a challenge for you? Was it different than anything you've experienced before?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I try to be a nice guy, certainly in real life, but one of the privileges of acting is getting to let loose the prick inside you from time to time. I have to admit, while watching it today, I'm just like, that looks like fun, and I want to go do it again, because you just, you know, you don't want to behave that way. But sometimes we all do. Yeah, I think that's the reason why when So sent me the script sort of as a friend, I immediately sort of saw the character, but I didn't know how I would get to what I saw. Meaning, you know, so when I shopped for, I've never done so much shopping looking for the right leather jacket. I hate shopping. You know, we didn't have a costume designer, so when I just went to every shop in New York, and there were certain things that I, you know, saw, and so I was trying to actually, sometimes they say, you know, you work from the inside out, but I was trying to do the opposite and work from the outside in and get this sort of look that I had in my head, and then hope that that would, you know, make you feel different in your body. And that's, you know, when you read a script, and that's probably like all I can ask for a character to give me is that, you know, terrible feeling of like, I know I can do this, but I don't know how. And that's like thrilling and terrifying, and that's, you know, I wish it could be that way every time.
Last question. Yes.
Could you tell us about your choice to shoot on film?
I think Reed and I talked about film versus video on this film because, you know, originally in the script there's a lot of shots of landscape, and then the person who goes to the small town goes there in the winter, so there'll be a lot of snow, and when the sun comes out it'll be glaring white light. So we knew that it was very important for us to shoot on film because the whiteness looks so much better. And also, luckily, Jen and executive producers provided us with enough funds so we could shoot on film. And I hope it's not our last chance, but yeah, it meant a lot to us to be able to do that, actually. Reed, do you want to add?
Well, thank you very, very much.